Well, I was recently accused of cheating, so I trolled the other team's dugout with one of the most disrespectful at-bats of my career. And if you've seen my last video, you've seen bits and pieces of this, but this game was so much more interesting than just that one moment. So I'm going to break it down pitch by pitch, thought by thought, so you can enjoy it with me. Starting with the fans, who absolutely packed the stadium and were really great all night. They're going to come into play a little bit later as well.
Trevor Bauer!
Now this bullpen setup in Leon was one of the cooler ones I've been a part of. I love the chain link fence lining the bullpen so the fans could line up all over the place. Made for a really fun environment.
Here we go, yep. All
right, let's get these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Remember when you say yes or I say yes, same pitch?
Same pitch, yep.
Like we stay or location?
Make sure we're staying middle.
Middle, okay. I hit the aggressive.
Yeah.
So let's see, let's go with the quarter early.
Yeah.
Away quarter and see what they do.
First pitch, yeah. So to add a little bit of context to this moment, I faced this team once before, and I struck out 14 in 6 innings and gave up 0 hits. Now I threw them a lot of sliders, and they're probably going to be looking for that going into this game. If the righties start laying off the slider away, because I got them with a lot of sliders away last time, we'll just sneak fastballs down away to finish. So I was looking for that going out for the first inning. I don't want to adjust first because the team hasn't proven that they've made an adjustment to force me to adjust. So I'm going to throw my same game plan, but I need to be conscious of seeing what they're doing in the box so I can pick up on any adjustments early on. If I'm not conscious of that and they adjust, then they're going to have a period of time where they can beat me and score some runs before I'm able to. But if I have in my mind early what their adjustments might be, then I can recognize those as soon as the first hitter or two do them and put the fire out before I give up any runs, and then I'll be ahead of the game because I'll be able to counteract their adjustment. Okay, here we go. Keep your eyes on the target. Go and cut our first pitch here. We think they're going to be swinging. You need to land it in the zone. Oh, I guess we're going four seam. That's fine too. Just got to get ahead. Strike one. Late on that. 92, okay. Still not all the way loose. Now, after the first pitch of every game, I like to check where my velocity's at. If I'm throwing harder, I can use more fastballs. If I'm not quite throwing as hard, I can use a little bit more off-speed stuff while my body gets into the game. Another thing to note here is I was feeling a little bit down energy-wise. I couldn't really get myself into the game. My adrenaline wasn't there. I wasn't awake yet. So my velocity was a little bit down. That's a pop-up, I think. He didn't get that good. Yeah. He was late on it, even though that was middle. Nice swing. Maybe my velo will show up this hitter. This one should be a cutter in the zone. Nope. Yeah, you guys are coming out swinging. Let's see if I land this cutter. I'll take that. That's up, but I'll take it. As you can see, my command's not really there yet at this point of the game. I'm missing by a lot. Now we rip slider down. On the plate, but down. Yeah, they're definitely coming out looking slider and 2 strikes. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about with looking for their adjustments. That slider is a great pitch. It's 1-2, it's down off the plate, probably 8 inches off the plate away. He's able to lunge out there, swing, and hit it, and get it hit. There's no way you do that unless you're looking for that exact pitch. Now he didn't hit it well, but he did get a hit. So I need to keep that in my mind and not let that happen again. I need to make an adjustment early in this game. We'll start going fastball down the way to finish, except for this guy because he's a lefty. Let's throw a cutter here. Yep. Okay. This guy can't hit up, so we'll go there and then curveball down. Yep, by you. How hard was that? 93. Now here's an example of what I'm talking about earlier with my fastball. If that pitch was 96 or 97, I probably would have gone back to the fastball because my fastball has good life to it. But because it's only 93, I didn't want to take a chance that I miss a little bit lower in the zone, give up a hit, especially in an 0-2 count, so I decided to use the tunnel of the high fastball to throw the curveball in the dirt and go for the strikeout. Now, they're probably looking for off-speed in 2 strike counts. I have that in the back of my head, but I'm going to take this shot on the curveball anyway. I just need to make sure and put it in a place that he can't hit it. We can go back to that, or we can bury curveball. Yeah, curveball's good. Yep. Strikeout numero uno. Finally got it below the zone. That was nasty. We read him pretty well. That's the exact sequence I got him out on last time. so no adjustment there. Next up, we got their 4-hole hitter, Mejia. Now, he has a long swing, but a lot of power. You can beat him up and in, but I beat him a lot last time with sliders off the plate. So I wanted to start off with a cutter. Between my slider and my cutter, the cutter is the more hittable pitch because it moves the least, but it's easiest to throw for a strike. So here I was trying to read if he's swinging early, if he's looking for fastball or off speed. I wanted to get a read on his swing, and I figured this would be a good pitch to go to. This guy we threw a lot of sliders to because he couldn't touch it, so we're going to start off cutter, see where he's at. And my read on that at bat is he still was not seeing the breaking pitch as well, so I know to him I can continue going to that all night. Now you've seen the one that doesn't break much, now you'll see all the ones that do break a lot. Okay. Good easy inning there. Yep.
Hey, you have a fielding percentage now?
I do have a fielding percentage, 333. 2 errors, 1 successful.
Got that one done finally.
Yeah, finally. Okay, 5-hitter, Rodriguez, and 387 on the year. Huh. Thought you were swinging on that. Now, I always want to throw first pitch strike, but when I miss by that little, I can use that tunnel. So that started at the bottom of the zone, and it broke just below, and he didn't swing. So I know that I can throw a fastball at the bottom of the zone and probably get another take because he's going to read it like the pitch before and probably lay off of it. Thank you. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. So now, in a 1-1 count, I've thrown him 1 out of that tunnel, that's a strike, and I've thrown him 1 out of that tunnel, that's a ball, and I haven't thrown him a split yet that goes the opposite way, so I have a nice little tunnel set up down here, and we're starting to create some confusion in his eyes. Yep. Now, what? Fastball down away? Now at this point in the year, I haven't gotten into right-handed hitters very much. Either way, we're 1-2. And now I'm in a little bit of a predicament here. Normally I would go to a slider or a cutter to use that down and away tunnel, but I figured they're looking for those pitches in these counts, so I was a little confused on what to go to. I have 3 pitches that start in the bottom row of the zone. I don't have a high tunnel yet, so I could go up with a fastball, but if I throw a curveball in the dirt or anything that starts up, he really hasn't seen that yet. I could go with a top shelf freeze curveball, that would be effective for this at bat, but I was a little confused in the moment on what I should go to, and it took me a second to figure it out. Well, definitely we're looking slow. Do I go split here? I like split here for some reason. And in the moment, I didn't know why I like split there, but intuitively, I think this is why. I've thrown 3 pitches in the bottom of the zone, 2 for strikes, 1 that broke out, but it went away from the hitter. So if I throw another one that starts in the bottom row of the zone and goes below, but has opposite movement, it's very likely to get a swing right here. How did you hit that? It's a good battle, dude. But now you're getting a slider. And I executed the pitch exactly how I wanted to, and I was confused how he got his bat to it. I expected that to be a swing and a miss. Good job fouling it off by him. So after proving that I would throw different pitches in a 2-strike count with the fastball up and the split below the zone, I decided to go to the slider in a 2-2 count, figuring that he would chase it. And you can tell by his body language that he would have if it was a little bit closer to the plate. He definitely triggered on it, he started his swing, and he was able to hold up just because I missed by too much. But even though I missed, I wanted to use that miss. So the slider started in a down and away tunnel and broke way off. So I wanted to stick a 4-seam down and away out of that same tunnel and see if we can get a take. We played this game earlier in the bat. First pitch cutter down, next pitch fastball down and away take. I figured I'd go right back to that and get another take. Fastball down and away is open. Doors. Popped a couple 95s out of the bat. We're starting to wake up. Now I missed my spot by a lot right there, but because we'd worked the tunnels out of the bottom part of the zone all at bat, we've had 2 fastballs down there, we've had a split, a cutter, and a slider down there, 5 pitches, and 1 fastball that he fouled off was kind of in the middle. So we've had nothing on the top row yet, and this is what I was referring to a little bit earlier in the at-bat. I could have gone up with the fastball and probably gotten it by him. I missed my spot here, it gets up in the zone, and it gets by him. So I read that at-bat right, even though I wasn't trying to go there, that pitch was pretty well set up. Missing with the cutter a little bit tonight. Now one theme to look for early in this game is how often I'm behind in the count. I've thrown first pitch balls to basically everybody. That is not a recipe for success. So I'm gonna have to clean that up as the game goes along. Yep, it's a really weird swing on the middle cutter. You're like late on that. That was a really dangerous pitch. After the first pitch cut her away to throw one that's more hittable, more in the zone, that's not good. Usually you want to work from the middle of the zone outward as the at-bat goes along, so the first pitch is the easiest to hit and pitches after that get progressively harder. Anytime you work from out of the zone back into the zone, especially with the same pitch type, it's a recipe for disaster. I got lucky he didn't hit that ball a mile.
Doors. We have to go back to that. Nowhere close to that.
Now, like I mentioned earlier, I hadn't gone into righties very much at this point in the year, and this is one of the adjustments that I was making. If they're going to sit slow and look for sliders, then I'm going to throw fastballs in because they're going to be nowhere close to him. And you can tell by that swing, that's exactly what was going on here. He kind of sorted himself on a fastball up and in and didn't come anywhere close to hitting it. So after a swing like that, we're in a 1-2 count, and I decided to go right back to that pitch. He didn't prove that he was close to hitting it in the first place, and two, he's probably looking for the slider away because it's a 1-2 count.
Too high. Now we're set up for curveball. Yep, see ya. Love that high tunnel. You take the fastball up there, well, you take the curveball too.
So I missed a little bit too much with the 1-2 pitch, but it did perfectly set up the next curveball, and here's why. Fastball above the zone, he saw it as a ball, so if I start something on that same trajectory and it breaks into the zone, he's gonna read it ball and take the curveball for the strike. That's my idea. I'm not trying to throw this curveball in the dirt, I'm just trying to throw it in the top part of the zone for a strikeout looking.
Guys up there window shopping, just looking. Who's this guy? Velo 302. Up! Oh, I'll catch this. You catch it. Have one more. What a beautiful inning right there.
Now let's take a look at that first pitch one more time. Look where this ball ends up in the zone. That is about as middle as you can possibly get, but it just goes to prove that throwing the ball in the zone on first pitch is the most effective strategy, no matter where it is. So I have my catcher set the glove up middle. I try to throw everything middle. If not, I'm still playing the odds. There's only 5 possible outcomes on the first pitch of an at-bat. Strike, ball, foul, ball in play out, ball in play hit. And the odds say that less than 8% of the time, it's going to be a ball and play hit. So just throw the ball in the zone first pitch. The odds are in your favor.
Yep. Those fastballs up and in completely, yeah. Especially after the high fastball. He takes this and he sees this curveball. Great call. Great call. I need to move around. I'm not like awake yet.
And because my body wasn't awake and my fastball velo wasn't quite where it normally is, I wanted to check the TrackMan numbers to see what the other pitches were moving like. Is my split normal? Is my slider normal? To get a sense of how I can use those pitches the rest of the game.
What do we got on slider horizontal? That's fastball. Oh, we got 17 vert on that, huh? -1, -11, 85. Is that slider? That's got to be slider, right?
Yeah.
3100 on the curveball. Where's my splitter? This one here. 2 vert, -12. Okay, so everything's normal today. Great.
Yeah.
All right. I got a 2 vert, 2 horizontal, or 12 horizontal split, so my split's working well tonight.
Yeah. The only guy that hit your fastball good was that Carrot guy, but it was like middle.
It was middle, yeah.
Otherwise, like
It's playing. Yeah, and I'm not even throwing that hard yet.
Yeah, you're not.
Like 93. Well-placed slider, and he was slow. They haven't been close to a fastball all night outside of the first guy who just got a middle one. So
the first guy's the only, that's like I said, that's the only person I'm worried because I want to get ahead and it's the first pitch of the game. So I want to know where I can go.
Yeah, just throw it.
Down and away.
Yeah, just stick a heater away. You'll be fine. But definitely got to use, for me anyway, because I just slidered him to death last time. You definitely got to use, like, I threw a split to a righty. No, yeah, just mixing it up.
Thinking and then go back to it.
Yeah, first time, maybe second time through, I'll start throwing a couple different things, but then I'll have the slider like later in the game and just start wiping him out with it, you know? Yeah, the split was nasty. It was 2 vert, 12 horizontal at 88. But he like fouled it off somehow.
Now in the top of the third inning, we hit for a long time. Lots of deep counts, lots of 3-2 counts, lots of walks, a mound visit, even though we didn't score a run. So it's still a 0-0 game, but now my body's ice cold and I'm trying to get loose. I ran out to the mound as soon as the inning ended to try to get some extra throws, but with the time clock, they only gave me 6 throws and I was not ready at all to start the inning.
Dude, my body is ice cold right now. Yeah, that's quick warm-up time. I got out here quick so I could get more pitches and they didn't give it to me. So let's see, I think we got 8-9-1 this inning. Okay, let's get ahead fastball here. Yep, read that right, he was taking. 90, yikes.
So first pitch fastball at 90 miles an hour, right in the middle of the zone, and we get a take, playing the odds.
Down.
So 0-1, I executed a perfect cutter down and away, right out of the fastball tunnel from the first pitch, so we're fine on all cylinders, and because of that, I decided to throw a slider, figuring I'd start the third pitch in the at-bat right out of the same tunnel as the first two, and this would break off, and I might get a swing.
Yeah, we'll take a shot at the slider here. They're looking for slider though. There we go, 3-pitch out, that's fine.
And I got exactly what I thought, which is a swing, but he was slowed down. He was able to extend the bat out there and put the ball in play, so I miss out on a strikeout that I probably could have had. Now, I'll take the out any day, but a fastball up and in here probably would have blown his doors off.
I mean, I probably could have gone cutter down or just stuck a fastball away. Oh well, that's an out. Fastball. Okay, chaser. Now we can go split off that. Let's try it. Nice call, I like it. Get the hand out. That was a lazy pitch.
So that's my second split on the night. One really good one, one really lazy one. The split for me can be a weird pitch sometimes. It's my newest pitch. I don't fully have the confidence in it that I have in my other pitches yet. My thought process has to be throw it as hard as I possibly can. If I try to locate it, it ends up exactly where that last one was, which is up by righty's head. No good. So I have to just grip it with a split grip and try to throw it as hard as I can right down the middle, and then it's really good. But sometimes I lose that mindset.
Ooh, you bit on the cutter up and in?
That was a pretty ugly swing on a cutter up and in, and now what we have is a fastball that started up middle and ran to the outside that we got a swing on the first pitch, and a cutter that started up middle that ran to the inside that we got a swing on the third pitch. So this tunnel is perfectly set up for a curveball that starts up in middle and breaks down towards the back foot. For a ball, we're probably going to get a swing at that.
Give the umpire some time here. Now we got to go curveball. Down.
Unfortunately, I missed by a country mile and completely disrupted the flow of this at bat, and now I don't know what to go to next.
Good take. That's what I wanted last time. Now we're 3-2 though. We gotta have this as a strike.
Yep, if I throw that pitch in the 1-2 count, probably get the swing. But because I threw the curveball before and missed, it disrupted the flow, it disrupted the tunnel, and the timing of the at bat, and he was able to lay off that, even though he triggered and almost swung.
Broken bat. Dude, that bat shatters. How did they hit the ball that far? That bat shattered. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest hits I've ever given up. Now, I've seen a couple hits and homers on broken bats on highlights, but never against me. That's a first. Looking back at that at bat though, the right pitch there is a fastball down and away, and I think that's where I was trying to go. I just missed up and arm side a little bit, so he ended up seeing the exact same pitch that started off the at bat, and he was able to get the barrel to it.
Dude, broken bat. Broken bat. Okay, so we're back to the top of the order. Threw this guy 2 fastballs. He's gonna be swinging.
So I decided to go with the first pitch cutter. And missed by a country mile again. That was a terrible pitch.
We can use that for a freeze curve. Go slider here. We have the finish set up, but...
So now 3 pitches into this at bat, I've missed by a mile on every single one of them. My thought was to go off speed early and finish with a fastball late since he jumped ship on fastballs in the first at bat. But I'm missing by a lot here. This is not good.
We'll go slider away. Foul ball off the foot, that hurts. Now do we go slider even more off? Or do we just stick a fastball down away? I think it's fastball down away. We have the curveball for a strike though off the up and in. It's gotta be fastball away.
Here's my thought process on that. If I throw the curveball and try to get a freeze, 5th straight off-speed pitch, and this one's gonna be in the zone after he just saw a middle slider. Timing-wise, he's gonna be right on time for it. So I didn't wanna go with that. I've started everything in this at-bat in and running back towards the middle, so his eyes have to be looking in because that's all I've seen, so I figured a fastball away might generate a freeze. That's why I decided to throw that.
Doors!
I didn't get the freeze, but I did get the strikeout, and I think that's for 2 reasons. 1, he was looking in and he got away, so he wasn't prepared for the location, and 2, he was looking slow and he got fast, so he wasn't prepared for the speed.
96, there we go, there's a little velo. I read that right. Okay, this guy we give up a hit to on slider. So let's just land curveball. We'll land slider first pitch.
So my thought on this at bat is to reverse the sequence of the first at bat. The first one we started hard with the fastball and the cutter, we finished with the slider and he got a hit in an 0-2 count. Figured I would start with the slider and then finish with the fastball to show that I would get him out with a different pitch and mess up his timing a little bit.
Miss. We gotta go that again and finish hard.
So after the first pitch swing through, I decided to go back to the slider because the first one was in the middle. I figured I could throw this one more away, probably get another swing out of it.
On fucking from out the hole. Okay. Get this out, get this out, get this out. There we go. Nice play, Harper. That was the weakest little dribbler that almost cost me a run ever. Harper! Nice play. Yep. Nice play, Poppy. Dude, is it gonna rain me out again? Don't rain me out again.
Now my last game was cut short due to a rain delay. If you haven't seen it, it was a really entertaining one. You should check it out right here after this video is done. But I was really hoping this wouldn't rain me out again because I wanted to get my strikeouts.
I can pitch in rain, but every start, 3 innings. Come on, buddy, wake up. See how the mound's doing with the water. Ah, it looks fine.
Now on the top of the fourth, we had another really long inning, lots of base runners, deep counts. We did score 1 run, so we have the lead, but
my body is ice cold. Let's lead curveball with this guy. Same pitch. Oh boy. Wish we could have saved that for strike 2.
And another 1-0 count. Now I don't know what my strike percentage on first pitches is today, but it can't be more than like 30%.
Yes! Check.
Now, after the offense put up 1 run,
okay.
I have the leadoff guy, and it's a 2-0 count. I have to throw a strike here. I can't afford to fall behind 3-0 and take a chance of walking this guy. So I'm just trying to throw this fastball right in the middle, and let's see what happens.
Yep, he likes the ball down, but we'll take the out.
There are times in a game where you just have to throw a challenge fastball even though you know the guy's looking for it. Now that ball's right in his nitro zone, but hitting's hard, so I get an out.
This guy grounded to the mound on slider, so we'll lead slider, finish hard. This guy's a wind farmer. Yes! Now you're set up for freeze down away. See ya. Don't guess, bitch. Can't be up there window shopping against me.
And that was a perfectly executed at bat and a great example of what I was talking about the adjustments early in the game. I started off slow, got ahead 0-2, he was expecting another slider, and we just throw a fastball in the zone, down and away, and get a freeze. So this is a really important lesson in facing a team a second time and how you can use the exact same pitches in the same locations, just in a different order to get the same results.
I just feel split against this guy for some reason. We'll just start off here away. Oh no. Down. Yep. Beautiful.
So that was the second really good cutter that I've thrown tonight, and I'm starting to get the feel for that pitch as the game goes along, which is going to be a great weapon for me.
Let's just loop a curveball in there. No. 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 Yeah. Way out front. Take the out. Beautiful.
Now my thought on the 0-1 curveball is to show him a different off-speed look. Figured I would get a take, and I was going to go to a high fastball for the strikeout because, again, I'm wanting to finish these at-bats with a fastball because they're looking for off-speed in 2-strike counts. So I executed the curveball really well and got a weak flyout to end the inning. No strikeout, but we'll take the out.
Got ourselves a strikeout on a window shopper. Got some wind farming going on. Quick inning. See, yes. Let's get this guy. Hey, great call on the fastball down and away. He was just like all slider, slider, slider. He was nowhere close. Yeah, he was guessing. How hard was the fastball?
94, 96.
That's good. My body's still asleep. I have no energy. I mean, I feel fine, but it's not like I'm like aggressive, you know? The landing area is digging out. Dude, it feels so much longer. Their guys taking feels like the innings are taking so long. I guess mine are quick though.
Okay, time for the 5th inning. It's still a 1-0 game, so we're in a pretty tight one here. And my body's finally starting to wake up, as evidenced by the fact that my fastball is 94-96 last inning, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point of the game.
Cut her away. No. Yeah. First pitch out, take that. Beautiful. Let's do it again next pitch. Oh, we get to use a split this at bat. Welcome to the at bat.
So here I mix in the quick pitch. Now I wasn't originally going to do this, but when I came set, I saw him like flinging the bat kind of like this still as I was set, so I decided just to throw the pitch, and we steal a free first pitch strike.
Fastball down. Motherfucker. Middle cutter. Foul. Beautiful. Now we have protection for the curveball in the zone or down, and if we don't land it, we go back to the split.
So let me explain that. First pitch fastball up middle sets a great tunnel. The next pitch was a fastball high arm side, and even though I missed, I can use that. Remember the curveball after the high fastball earlier in the game? So this fastball started on the outer edge and ran up and away, so if I start a curveball up there and break it back into the zone for a strike, he's probably going to take it. Third pitch was a cutter on the black, mid-elevation in, that came right out of the original fastball tunnel. So we have fastball here, cutter there, to get to 2 strikes. So I can throw a curveball in the dirt out of that tunnel, or I can throw a curveball for a strike out of the high fastball tunnel. If I miss in the zone, he's probably going to take it for a strike. If I throw it in the dirt, he's probably going to swing. So we have a lot of protection for this curveball. It's basically a free pitch. No danger of this getting hit.
A little too short there, Trevor.
So I didn't have to be that fine with it. I just needed to throw it somewhere close to the zone and I would have had an out. Unfortunately, I bounced it like 5 feet short and almost hit him and gave up a free base runner. So it's just a terrible pitch.
Split. It's a good pitch. I like that.
So I executed the sequence that I thought. Throw the curveball. If you don't get the swing, you throw the split. I thought I'd get the swing through on the split, but he made contact with it somehow. Not sure how, but good on him. So now the at-bat's a little bit messed up, and I don't really know what to go to here.
Backdoor slider, I like it.
A fastball down and away would work out of that split tunnel, but he just swung at that, so he's probably going to swing at the fastball down and away. A fastball up and in would probably work as well because he'd be late on it after a couple off-speed pitches. But I decided to go with a backdoor slider when my catcher called it because I've never thrown one of those to lefties in this league, and I like that pitch for freeze every now and then.
You've got to be f***ing kidding me. That is unbelievable.
Now 2-2, I didn't expect a swing at all here. I thought there's no way that if I get this ball in the zone and he's swinging, I just need to get it in the zone and to freeze strikeout. And at this point, I'm just spinning in my head like, how did you even swing at that? That was a really well-placed backdoor slider. I don't know. That one made no sense to me.
Robbie! All right, we got 8-9 here. Got you on heaters in, but you did not look good on that cutter middle, so we'll go slider.
So remembering this guy's first at bat, we got him on heaters in, and I want to get him on that again. My thought process here is I threw a middle cutter, and he buckled and got out of the way. So I figured if I threw him a slider, he'd be off timing, and I'd get either a weak ground ball, or a take, or a swing through, and then I could finish him with the fastball up and in, out of the tunnel, up the cutter, and the slider.
Foul ball. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Oh, you're out by a mile. Yeah, Harper. Great f***ing play, boys. 2 bloopers on sliders. Need to go back to the fastball a little bit here. Too heavy off speed.
I'm trying to throw this slider for a strike in that down and away quadrant because that's going to come out of the same tunnel as the cutter in the middle. Unfortunately, I didn't execute it very well, and it leaked to the down and in quadrant. Now, he's seen this similar look on the pitch before and buckled. He wasn't going to do that 2 times in a row, and I give up a double down the line. Now I'm in some real trouble. So in a 1-0 ball game, I can't let this run on third score. I need to get this out and finish this inning with a 0.
Wind up. Here we go. Get aggressive with this guy. Dot.
Now that take surprised me a little bit. I figured he'd come out swinging, especially on a fastball, but I'll take the free strike. I'm going to go right back to that and see if I can get him to pop up. So that's a waste pitch, but I decided to go right back to the same plan I had and try to get another fastball up and in. This one becomes a little bit more dangerous than the prior pitch though, because now he's seen 2 in a row.
That's firewood right there.
And that's firewood, the second one of the night. And if you want to break more bats just like that, you can head to trevorbauer.com and get your firewood shirt, because it's proven that people who wear it break more bats. And while you're there, check out the sword shirts that we have. And you can bundle all 3 of them together and save a little bit of money. So go to trevorbauer.com, click the link in the description, or scan the QR code to get yours today.
Second one of the night. Destroyed that bat. Dude. Unbelievable. That was away too, right? The slider? Yeah. The hit down here was backdoor slider. I have no idea how he swung at it. The hit over there was slider off that he just reached for. I should have gone to my heater more, and that one was just heater up and in, the broken bat to the lefty. Great play, my friend. Great job, boys. Great job.
The offense did a great job, put up another run on the top of the 6th, so it's time for the bottom of the 6th. Now this inning got a little crazy. There's wind blowing everywhere. It was raining, so water was in the air. There was dust blowing everywhere because of the wind, and it was all coming straight into my eyes as I was trying to throw the pitch. Very difficult conditions.
I use our fastball more this inning and the curveball more, but we also got to get ahead.
Yep, we got to get ahead, so let's just throw ball 1, like I have all night. This is terrible. Well, at least I found my cutter though. Early in the game it was terrible, but the last couple innings it's actually been pretty good, so it's turning into a weapon for me.
Chaser!
Now that was a good pitch, 1-1, and a really bad swing. I could easily have gone back to that, and that probably would have been the right call normally, but again, I think they're looking for off speed, and I'm trying to use my fastball a little bit more here, so I decided to go with the fastball down and away, figuring he'd read it as a slider that was going to break off and take it, but it would just go straight.
Is he going to swing at that again? Or do we paint fastball down away? We gotta go down away. Oh, you lucky.
Unfortunately, I got a little bit more up. Now, the fastball away after the slider tunnel is effective if it's in the bottom part of the zone, but if it creeps towards the top part of the zone, you get a lot more swings up there, and you take a chance of them flaring a ball over to right field. So it's important to get the ball down more so than away on that sequence. Anyway, my intuition told me that a split would be a good pitch here. I'm not sure why, but I went with it.
Now what? Splitter? That was f***ing gross.
And I guess that's probably what it was. Something about the prior fastball tunnel just screamed split to me. This happens 3 or 4 times a game. I usually don't throw the split when it does, but I should do that more often to righties. That's a good tunnel and a good pitch.
Finally threw a good one. Played perfectly off that last fastball tunnel. That was f***ing great. Get ahead, set up for a curveball, but we gotta get a strike here. Yep. Now we land the curveball.
So my thought with that curveball is play off the first pitch cutter up, land it in the zone, get a take, and then stick a fastball down and away for strike 3 since everything is started up in this at bat. Unfortunately, I missed with the curveball. I'm behind 2-1, which is not where I want to be, and I need to throw a strike here.
Foul ball. Splitter again.
So I get the strike I need with the fastball away. He was a little bit late on it, but that's the exact same pitch that I just threw to the prior guy, and I threw a split after it and got a strikeout. So I decided to go right back to the same sequence.
Yeah, I like splitter here.
Unfortunately, I missed my spot and I didn't get the strikeout, but I'm fortunate that I missed on the edge of the zone and not in the middle, because a split there after he's late on a fastball would have been right into his barrel timing, and if it's in the middle of the zone, it could have gotten crushed. So I'm fortunate on that pitch.
Try again? Am I getting too cute with it? I mean, it's set up.
So I decided to try to make that adjustment and just get the split down.
Oh my God.
Okay, reset. It's 3-2 here. I gotta throw this pitch for a strike. Now, everything in this at-bat has started up in the zone, so I have the bottom row wide open. I just need to get this fastball down and away, and he's out.
Fastball down and away now.
And I got it there, but he swung at it somehow. That's really good on him. I expected a take right there.
Now we go slider for a strike. Wasted that f***ing at bat.
Yep, that one was a waste. I let that one get away from me. I got a little bit too cute with the splitter and didn't just force the action. Not good. And now we're right back in the middle of the lineup with a free base runner on there, so a homer here ties the game, and this is not where I want to be.
We're behind everybody. Gotta get ahead. Okay.
He was late on the 1-0 fastball. I figured he was probably looking fastball, and he was still late on it, so I decided to go right back up and in. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Is that a strike? I thought that was a strike. It looks like a strike on the box on TV. Strike or ball? Let me know.
I would have liked that pitch. That looked like a strike to me.
So fourth fastball in a row, I go back in. It was a little bit more down, and this one was a very hittable pitch. I've just shown him fastball up and in. Now I throw one that's a little bit more down towards his hot zone. That's a more hittable pitch than the prior one. So I'm lucky that ball didn't get nuked. So after 4 straight fastballs, I decided to go back to the curveball. I'm pretty well set up for a freeze at the top or a curveball in the dirt. Lots of protection on this pitch. Very little chance that it gets hit.
Late on the fastball. Do you throw curveball here? I think you have to.
And another questionable call. That curveball clipped the top of the zone according to the TV zone. What do you guys think? Do you think that was a strike or was it up? Either way, 2-2, I have to throw a strike here, and I decided to go back to the fastball. I do not want to throw a ball out of the zone and go 3-2, take a chance of walking 2 guys in a row, so it was a challenge heater time. Now, he's seen 4 fastballs in this at-bat, so I figured he'd be looking for another fastball, so I decided to change the location. So at least there's a little bit of protection on this pitch, and it wasn't the same thing he'd seen 4 times already.
Yes! Throw him out? Yeah! Yeah! Let's f***ing go! Great f***ing throw, Poppy. If it's that close, I mean, they're not going to overturn it. How much time do they get? Yeah. That's huge right there. Great job, boys. Splitter to the righty was nasty.
That was good.
Yeah, I finally threw a good one.
I want that fastball away so bad. We'll throw everything in.
Yeah.
So you go like, start like.
Yeah. And after he got mad at himself, I was like, oh, you're pissed that you're not hitting in because I've gone in on you so much. Now if we go away, you're going to be opening up. Yeah. He missed it by this much.
And there, I'm talking about the lefty that I struck out to end that inning. If you look at his swing on the 4th fastball, he's mad at himself. He's like, I don't know how the hell I missed it. He's kind of showing me some body language. And I read that. So I figured he would be cheating to get to that pitch so he didn't miss it again, which is why changing location and going away was the right call.
Dude, it started sprinkling and the wind was blowing straight in my face. So I was trying to watch the target and I was getting like rain in my eyes. It was distracting.
And here's an image of the dusty rain that was blowing in my face as I was trying to execute all these pitches. Really tough conditions.
They lose power to the scoreboards? How hard was that, you know?
Huh?
This guy throw hard?
100.
100.
Yeah.
That's hard. That works. That works. Let's go. And he fucking bat flipped it.
We put up another run on the top of the 7th to make it 3-0, so now I got a little bit of a cushion. It's important to just get ahead. Now, this is the 7th inning when all the shenanigans started, so get ready for a wild ride.
Rushed me getting ready here.
Fell behind the first guy 1-0 and then threw a clear strike, but I got balled on it again. So we're behind 2-0. So here I have to throw a strike, and even though I've thrown 2 fastballs to start this inning, I decided to go back to a fastball for the 3rd time because remember, this guy's seen all sliders and he's been slowed down all night. He's probably looking for something off speed, so I figured I could get him with fastballs now.
Go again. Foul late.
And that's exactly what we see after the 4th fastball in a row. He's still late on it. However, he's pretty close to putting this ball in play, so it's time for an off-speed pitch here. A quick note on that for the young pitchers out there, you can tell where a guy's timing is by the direction of his foul balls. If a righty's fouling a ball off over the first base dugout, he's not very on time with it. But if he's fouling it off close to the right field line, he's pretty close to timing that pitch.
Now do I go split or slider? I gotta go slider to this guy. No reason to go split. There we go.
So I executed a good slider, got a ground out to short, 1 out.
Would have liked to strike out there, but oh well. We'll get this guy on a split. We got to strike 1. Yep. Now fastball away and then split. Or you're just gonna hack at that little quick pitch. We'll take it, but we gotta get a strikeout here.
So I was really liking my split tunnel in this game, especially to the righties, so I decided I wanted to go back to that and get another strikeout. Fortunately though, he swung at the 0-1 pitch, popped it up to right, so now I have 2 quick outs. Now here you can see that there's no umpire behind the plate, he's over to the right part of the screen. He's talking to their manager right now. Their manager came out to say something and I couldn't figure out what he was saying. There's no reason that the manager would come out, there's no questionable call. Like, what is he talking about? So then I saw the home plate umpire start walking out towards me, and I was still kind of confused. But when I saw all the umpires getting together, I finally figured it out. They were gonna check my glove for sticky stuff, or foreign substance, or something along those lines.
What are we talking about here?
Huh?
What are we talking about here?
I don't know. Can't be because of the quick pitch or something.
He was looking at me, he was
Looking for pitches.
Yeah, I got nothing. Sure. No tengo nada.
Unfortunately for the manager, I don't cheat, so this is an exercise in futility. So when the umpires were done checking my glove and were satisfied that I was not cheating, I looked at the dugout and gave him a big, "What's up, man? Like, why are we doing this?" Now later on, someone told me that their manager is from the Dominican Republic, and this tactic is actually something that's fairly common down there. It's not intended to find anything on the pitcher's glove, it's just intended to kind of make him mad and disrupt his rhythm a little bit, try to get him off of his game. And even though it didn't succeed in taking me off my game, it did succeed in making me mad. Now my body's fully awake, and I decided to just dominate the next guy by telling him every pitch that was coming and still getting him out. Like, oh, you think I'm cheating? Well, here, I'll tell you every pitch that's coming, give you guys all the advantage that you could possibly ask for, and still dominate you. That's what was going through my head at this point.
That woke me up.
So first pitch, I signal fastball, I throw it 98, and he's late on it. Strike 1. Second pitch, I signal fastball, I throw it 98, and he's late yet again. Now we're 0-2, so I signal slider, figuring I'm throwing it in the zone and he's gonna swing and miss anyway. Let's see what happens. Now that slider was perfectly out of the tunnel of the prior 2 fastballs, and if I didn't tell him it was coming, that's probably a swing and miss. Almost for sure a swing and miss, but he fouled it off. Still 0-2. So I signal fastball, and I try to throw it by him at the top of the zone. I threw it 98, but I missed my spot a little bit, so now it's 1-2. Now this was actually perfectly set up for a curveball, but I didn't think that in the moment because I was pretty pissed. So I signal split instead. And I didn't get it close enough to the zone to even warrant a swing. Now we're 2-2. So it's back to the fastball in the zone, just blow it by him. I threw it 98 and he was late on it still. So I had a little bit of hitting advice for him.
Head out.
I mean, when a pitcher is telling you that a fastball's coming and it's the 4th or 5th one of the at-bat, like, you better be on time. Like, get the head of the bat out there. So now I was so annoyed with the foul balls, I decided just to end the at-bat. I didn't tell him what was coming and decided to rip a slider and get the swing and miss. And it was a really well-executed pitch, but he still beat me. So good on him. That's a good at-bat for him. Now, I wasn't going to tell the next guy what I was throwing, but that adrenaline rush was still there. So he got the leftovers of the guy before, and I'm still sitting 97. So he pounds the first pitch of the at-bat into the ground and hits the weakest little ground ball, but fortunately for him, the home plate area was pretty hard on the night, so the ball bounced over my first baseman's head. And despite a great effort by Cano to get to the ball and try to get it to me at first to record the out, it ended up first and second, so in a way their manager got what he was looking for, a chance to score some runs.
I so badly wanted to punch him out and just stare at their dugout.
How are you? The only way I came over once again is the amount of pitches, okay? And you did it. Anytime I came and talked to you, you struck that motherfucker out, okay? Yep. And I got my money on you, and you know it, okay? Yep. You feel all right? You need more time?
I feel great.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's get this guy.
So after the mound visit, I was still feeling really good. I decided to challenge this guy with a fastball. I threw it right in the middle, and he hit it right off the end of the bat and hit a weak little dribbler to short to end the inning. And after that, I had a little something for their dugout. I just kind of stood there and stared at them like, really? I'm going to tell you guys what's coming, you're still not going to be able to hit me? You're gonna check me for cheating because you can't score a run off me? Really? So as I did that, their manager started yelling at me and pointing and like beckoning me back to the dugout and giving me one of these. So I just kind of gave him a little like, oh yeah, okay, that's what you want me to do? You want me to go back to the dugout? Okay, yeah, I'll go back to the dugout now. So it was a little bit of a show, and the home crowd didn't take too kindly to it. So as I was coming off the mound, they started to boo me. Which, like, you know, it's just the wrong thing to do to me. I love that stuff, so I decided to tell them, you know what, give me more. Make it louder. I can't hear you.
Come on. Yeah. Let's go. All 9 of you, all of you. I love all of you guys.
And then a funny thing started to happen. The boos started getting drowned out by cheers, and the crowd ended up chanting my name. On the road.
What did I top that? 98? 98 by 4? I'm throwing harder now than I was early in the game.
Yeah, but are you pitching?
I wasn't for that hitter.
Yeah. My question is, are you pitching?
Yeah, what am I at?
95.
Your call. I'm good for another one if you want it, or...
I'd rather do it now and not have any minimum base and stuff like that. We go from there.
Okay.
Great job.
Thank you.
You're fucking best. You're fucking best.
Thanks,
We
SB.
got that right coming in.
Yeah.
Excellent effort, bro.
Yeah. That's the last thing you want to do with me. Like, you give me some reason to be pissed off. Like, I'm sitting there throwing like 93, 94 all game, completely disengaged, and you pull that shit. And then you're just going to get 97, 98 the rest of the game. Like, fuck off. Like, what are you thinking? I hope Bees was watching that. Well, it was fun at least.
And that was the end of my night. The boys ended up putting up a couple more runs. We won the game 6-0 to make it a great night.
That's a win for the boys. Gracias. Enjoy that loss, manager. Yep.